Greetings, one and all. I am the Sonic Geek, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I've heard a lot of people talking about this game, but no one will say why. Although, I'm going to hazard a guess and say it has something to do with the content warning I saw while booting the game up. Joining me today is Triforce of Doom.
Sup, do not take that content warning lightly, just gonna say that now.
And Opie Man.
Oh, hi, again.
Yeah, I have beaten the game myself. I'm just here for the ride to see everyone else's reactions, and yeah, that content warning does not lie.
Right. Enter your name.
You gonna type out the name?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, that's gonna be one thing that's gonna be easier for me to mentally sit through this again, is I can't hear the music.
I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance.
Well, way to put it literally.
That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children.
It's a good old classic childhood friend thing.
Yep.
Friends with benefits.
I mean, this is a dating sim, so...
Would not surprise me. Used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently.
I feel. I'm in college. Either oversleeping or undersleeping is common for me.
I bet.
Typical anime face.
I was just about to say that.
I do like how the colors do have a certain style to them to make the characters look more different than your standard visual novel look.
This is true.
Most notable with, like, the hair shading.
Yep.
That's mean.
I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
But, you know,
Like that's a big deal.
yeah.
So let them say what they want to say.
Yeah, when they were introducing all the characters, I had so many moments where I was just laughing my ass off. One particular moment really sticks out. It's in, like, in-game day 2, I believe it was.
Well, I'm sure we'll see it when we get there.
Yep.
The streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
Speckle.
Yep.
Ah, yes, the rainbow colors from Sharp FE.
Have you decided
like
on a
that
club
game.
to join yet?
A club.
Ah, yes, clubs.
I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs.
Your high school needs an improv club. Those are fun.
I'll take your word for it.
Make a bunch of friends and basically participate in your own version of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
That does
Sweet.
sound like fun.
I do shows almost every month, too.
Nice.
Meow.
Meow.
Where the
Spending
point?
my free
whose
time
line
on
is-
games and anime. Wow, that does sound like me.
They sound like you.
Me all the way. The only reason I haven't watched today's episode of One Piece yet is because when I went to go watch it, Crunchyroll decided to crap out on me.
Shit.
Meanwhile, the newest episode of Ruby, holy fucking shit.
I am so far behind on Ruby.
Where are you at?
At the start of Season 4.
Okay, well, Volume 5 just aired its 9th episode today, so you're not as far behind as some of my other friends who are interested in the show.
I'm behind on so much anime right now.
I have JoJo still in my backlog to watch. Mainly because I have a lot of anime backlog that I don't really go through that often because I'm mostly just been watching the weekly upload stuff that I will watch lately. Well, most of the backlog I've been watching is YouTube backlog.
I like the fact that we're so off topic and we're not even looking at this game.
It's
Talking
a
about
dating
the
sim.
game.
What is there to talk about, really?
I mean, it's just setting up the basic premise of like, hey, your best friend wants to get you into a club, and you're apathetic at most, basically, right now, towards that.
It's the opening to so many, including probably one of the most famous anime ever, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Which I first read the manga of, and that was hilarious.
That fucking anime.
Give an energetic girl the powers of God and watch everything spiral out of control. That's basically what that series is.
Yep.
To the point where the only other members of your club are an alien, someone from the future, and an Esper.
I guess
Only
they
watch
have-
Really spoilers, they mentioned this in like the first goddamn volume of the manga.
Only watch for Mikuru.
Mikuru is the girl from the future, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's been a while since I read the manga, so not all the names are super familiar to me anymore.
Boobs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like knowing you, Opie, that's what made me easily guess. Because I at least remember the character designs.
It's easy to remember the design of a character. The name is a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Like, there was a time when I was super into Bleach, and there's still one guy's name that I, for the life of me, can't remember. It's the one.
The only name I know is Ichigo, and that's just because he's the main character. I never watched Bleach because I heard of its ungodly amount of filler.
It's a long series, yes.
Well, it's not like long series I'm used to. Again, I'm caught, aside from today, I'm caught up on One Piece. It's just a matter of I heard like Bleach's filler is
Nobody got time for that.
painful to sit through.
Well, I've only sat through one filler arc, so I don't know.
Meaty.
I love when characters do that kind of pose because that's a pose I sometimes feel like doing at times. Just the twiddling with your fingers thing.
And they have that puffy face. That mouth.
Yep.
She got
face.
the Kirby face.
The Kirby face.
Honestly, I'm reminded more of one of the like more jokey faces from Food Wars when I think of a pout sort of face, specifically from Alice Nakiri. She is a hilarious character.
She is. She's probably in my top 5, honestly.
Yeah. But Food Wars just has so many good characters. Whether they're good people is another story, but they are great characters.
Yeah, I remember when it first came out, like, the show's not that good, but for the life of me, I can't get enough.
Oh no, I love Food Wars. Like, it did a great job of adapting cooking stuff to a shonen style anime.
This is true.
And again, all the characters are so well rounded and awesome.
Well-rounded, you say.
That's an actual term, Opie.
I know.
Yes, and our main character gets bribed by cupcakes to go to the club, which, to be fair, would probably work on me.
Cupcakes!
Cupcakes are goddamn delicious.
The promise of sweets.
Yep.
The human's greatest weakness.
Of course, one of the only ways you get me to go even faster is by saying, hey, we have key lime pie. Because that's my favorite dessert.
I had a cupcake song in my head just now. Now I can't stop thinking about cupcakes.
Full of
Okay,
energy,
now
swings up in the classroom
I'm
door.
just thinking of Andrew WK's Get Ready to Die.
Hey, I've heard that song.
Mainly because of a certain animatic that went around the Brony fandom for a good at the beginning of its
Good
go.
thing we're thinking the same way.
Oh, who's this? Well,
Girl
hello
number
there.
one?
Best girl.
Well, hello. Best girl.
Well, that has yet to be seen. She
No,
got the...
Yuri ended up becoming
Ooh.
my favorite out of all of them.
This one's cute.
Yeah, hi, Natsuki. And you.
I like her little hair bow. Her big hair bow, actually.
Yeah, they did a great job making each character look unique.
Yep.
Especially since they each have their own unique set of poses and not just all of them having the same stock poses. Yep, there's the video. God damn it, it's high.
Of course I know that. Have you seen my channel? Have you
You know, I figured... I was thinking of a whole different one from that same series that shall, at the moment, go unnamed.
Right. Did you just showcase your desktop accidentally?
No, that's the only... For whatever reason, that's apparently the only way I can get you guys to actually see the game.
Okay.
It happens.
Yep.
Oh, this is the, So, Sonare
But
girl in the middle.
when I was playing through the game, Yuri very quickly became my favorite.
This is Tsundere girl in the middle.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, she is.
Like, in my case, considering I was shy during, like, elementary to middle and, like, a bit of early high school, Yuri is a character I can relate to quite a bit in cases.
What do you mean by that?
Just that I didn't really make a lot of friends during those times. Like, I had, like, my best friends from elementary, but they ended up moving before middle school, so one of them I still keep in touch with a lot, though. Like, me and him are basically brothers.
Yeah, same here.
But yeah, like, middle school and high school, I only made, like, 2 or 3 new friends during middle school, and high school, 9th grade was mostly acquaintances. 10th grade and onward was where I made a bunch of my current friends. Because I was already friends with one guy who was going to that school, and I just became friends with his friends. Well, now her friends, but yeah.
Almost looks like she's got wind blowing through her skirt.
I think it's meant to be like one of those you quickly jump to that pose kind of mid-animation things.
Well, good job.
But yeah, I do like how every single character has their own sets of poses. Like, no one shares an identical, like, idol pose, really.
Sounds like a neat little touch.
Like even their just default talking to you stuff is different.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Monica's.
So you're saying there's something special about Monica?
Monica!
It's just one of those things, you know, because her poses just seem to be a little more pointed towards the camera than the other characters. It's just something they decided to do for her.
Hmm. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori.
Aren't you
Awkward.
Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Natsuki.
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 Which is how I'm sure so many people pronounce it, even though that's wrong.
Natsuki.
Like I don't want to be one of those guys, but that is something that would kind of bug me.
Oh, you know, like, I hate
That
in
fucking
Japanese.
smile.
Hearing it pronounced wrong just irks me.
That is a cute smile.
Yeah. Also, Sayori's little, face there is hilarious.
Say what?
Kind of reminds me of Mamori from Sharp FE. One of her like animation pose things is her jumping up and down to the left and right in a frantic panic, and it's adorable.
Natsuki's even got the little fang
sorry,
going on.
come on.
Oh, that's so cute. I like her.
What thing?
The fang.
Oh yeah.
It's cute. I love that.
Yeah, the cute little thing trope is a trope I do like to see because it is subtle, but it does add to a character design.
I like her already.
Which one? Should.
Natsuki.
Yes. That's sucky.
Oh, Pi, please stop.
Is she waiting for me to take a bite of the kitty cupcake?
Cupcakes are delicious. I would have already eaten like 2. at minimum.
This is really good.
Yeah, I have quite a bit of a sweet tooth. Like,
hey, me too.
My sister is slash was a Girl Scout.
Typical anime line. Everybody take a shot.
Like every year, I would buy like 4 boxes of Thin Mints, and they would be gone in a week.
It's not like I made them for you or anything.
Baka.
I mean, it's a slight different wording on the classic phrase.
It's not like I like you or anything, but baka.
But you know, like the writer here does know what he's doing. Like, they're not just straight up tropes. They do have depth to them.
Natsuki's weird logic. Oh, you so oblivious bastard.
But yeah, Act 1 is a fun little intro just to the characters and everything.
Yay.
Right.
You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
I mean, I personally don't like tea. All the tea I've ever had is too watered down for me. One time it actually almost activated my gag reflex. I'm not even kidding. It was that watered down.
I have tried tea once, never again.
Yeah, like, tea is one of those things where, like, if you like it, you like it. I'm not one of you. I will stick to my soda, thank you. And sake.
And sake. You have sake?
Yeah, I tried it during my 21st birthday. I really like it. I need to find where I can buy more of it.
Yeah, because I was about to say, you can get that over here?
I tried it because we went to Trappers for my 21st birthday, because it's the local sushi place, and I like sushi.
Ah, gotcha. The idea of sushi is just kind of disgusting to me. Raw fish. Ugh.
Oh, no, that's what turned me away from it for a good while, and then I started to actually try it, especially in Japan, where it was basically my dinner every day, and it's like, this is goddamn delicious. Like, the first time I really liked sushi was actually when we went to Trappers for my brother's birthday, and I figured, while I'm here, might as well try a sushi roll. Nom. Well, I'm never turning back. Because the rolls I've had generally have just the right amount of spiciness to where it doesn't overblow my tongue, because I don't have a huge spice tolerance.
Mm.
For example, while my favorite food is katsu curry, I only have it mild.
Mm.
Yeah, curry rice and breaded pork. Really delicious.
Never tried curry before. Been interested for a good long while.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of Japanese-style curry places near where I live, so that makes it a little more rare for me to have. Compared to my second favorite food being cheese burritos, where almost every grocery trip, my mom brings home like 5 cans of beans. Because I go through them like butter, with a hot knife kind of go through. That metaphor was kind of lost. You know what I'm trying to say, though.
Yeah, I get it. Can't stand all the politics around the major clubs.
Politics can suck it at times.
Yep.
And by at times, I mean like 90% of times.
I'd say like 99, considering we're recording this in 2017.
Yeah.
Specifically in the tail end of 2017.
Yeah.
And that is all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
And if we can get into literature, blah, blah, blah. Monica is a really great leader.
Yep. And Sayori is a great second in command and a great heart to the group.
Yes. Well, she seems so far, anyway.
You know, Sayori's just really good at calming down people. It's one thing that is brought up a few times.
I'll take your word for it, because... And I forgot where I was going with that. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature.
Hey, literature is really good.
I know something that grabs my attention.
Yeah, I can.
Back in,
I
back
think
in
you can see
elementary,
both of
middle
them.
school
One on the left,
especially,
one on the
I was
right.
reading all the books.
Exhibits A and B.
Quite simply, like during middle school, when I was done with lunch, I'd spend the rest of the lunch period basically in the library.
I've done that a few times.
Yeah, read up on some manga volumes, look for some good fantasy series, stuff like that. Like middle school is when I read through the Bones comics.
Nice.
Those are good.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees.
Such different girls, all interested in the same goal.
To get some dick.
Literature.
Monica.
Yes,
Monica
literature.
must have.
Quote
I'm the
unquote.
Oh, I thought of a good joke that could have worked off of what I said, but I thought of it after already saying something, so it doesn't really work anymore.
God damn it.
Damn it.
Say it anyway.
Doesn't really work with the timing at this point.
What kinds of things do you like to read? Well, manga, light novels, comic books, sometimes. I prefer manga more to Western comic books.
Yeah. Yes, same, although I do like the occasional Western comic.
Batman. Natsu's head suddenly perks up.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever actually read the Yu-Gi-Oh manga, by the way?
I have not.
Yeah,
Are you referring to, like...
dub of the anime itself is a bit watered down, to put it lightly.
Well, it is dubbed for kids, and those tend to take a lot of liberties.
The anime in general, not just the English version, even the Japanese version.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to put it simply, in the anime, they cut out an entire... Like, when they go to confront Kaiba after he steals the Blue Eyes, that's its own full story arc in the manga, not just one fight.
Really?
Yeah. It's known as the Death Sea arc, which kind of basically forces them through very deadly games of various types, like, for example, horror-themed roller coaster. You have mics on. If the mics pick up something, you get shocked a lot.
I see.
One of the characters only survived because he was so shocked by the fear that he just fell unconscious instantly.
Wait, are you talking about, like, the Season 0 stuff?
Basically, the Death Tea arc is basically what happens between them leaving to go confront Kaiba and when they get to Kaiba himself. Also, the Shadow Realm thing is a dub exclusive thing. In the Japanese version of the anime and in the manga, it's just straight up death games.
Yep.
Like, holy shit, early series, Pharaoh is scary.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I've seen the little Karibo parodies. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Oh, have you now?
Horror books are good. Like, I don't play a lot of horror games, but horror books are really good when you know where to find good ones.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not that into experiencing that.
I like Stephen King. So.
Yeah, I'm not.
And Edgar Allan Poe.
But The Rock.
The two big ones really are the main ones I've read, but I have read some others every once in a while. Not that often though.
Yeah, well, I'm like super into looking that stuff up. I'm a little hesitant to experience that stuff for myself. Like,
I know.
I will watch.
The only two horror games I actually have purchased myself recently are Until Dawn and Bendy. Like, while I have invested myself into the lore of it, I don't own a single FNAF game outside of FNAF World, and that's because I was interested in seeing how that as an RPG would work.
Yeah, like I was saying, like, I'll watch people like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye play FNAF all day, but I would never lay down the money to actually play it myself.
The closest thing I have is a parody version of it.
Five Nights at 39?
Huh? What?
I was trying to guess the game. Because I've seen a few FNAF parody games.
Well, the abbreviation of the parody game is FNIA.
Okay. Never heard of that one.
The full name being Five Nights in Anime.
Okay, I think I have heard of that one, actually. Maybe.
It's one of the more famous ones lately.
Like that face she's making.
It's a cute face. I'm not cute.
I'm not cute.
Yes, you are. Natsuki, do you write your own poems? I have written some poems that I thought were pretty good. For the life of me, I can't think of one right now.
Creative writing class I just forgot to turn in certain things on, so I didn't really do anything grade-wise on it. I did end up writing some poems for it because that was some of the assignments. That was fun.
I took a composition class back in high school. That was probably one of my favorite classes, honestly.
You know, like probably my favorite class from high school was the creative writing class I took for 1 or 2 years there because there was, or I think it was just 1 year actually. Because not only did it really help me work out my writing style for like YouTube scripts and stuff, but it also is where I started writing a story I've been very, very slowly updating over the years. A story that is called The Ultimate Hero, and that's only because I could not think of a better title for the life of me.
Oh god, I know that pain. I suck at naming stories.
Yeah,
like holy shit.
Chapters is easy because it was puns and references basically are my chapter titles. Can't really do that as easily with a main title.
Yeah.
That also gets the premise across, especially when your premise is a little more interesting of one. I basically took the concept of that childhood fantasy of wanting to help out your favorite heroes and fleshing it out into a full-on story.
Sounds like Last Action Hero.
Well,
Kinda.
so it's...
Yeah, except it's more in a multiverse style.
Gotcha. Monica's got an idea.
Ding.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own.
Yep. And the poem minigame is actually pretty interesting, and when you know what each character likes in the poems, like as you learn which words they specifically like, it's pretty easy to get the specific moments you want out of the story.
So what we're supposed to do is pick words, and that'll nudge us towards one of the girls, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but basically you get 20 pages, each page has a set of words, pick one, and whichever girl likes it the most, their little chibi version on the left page will bounce up. Whoever bounces up the most is basically who you end up spending the day with the next day, because they liked your poem the most, so you connected with them the most that day.
I see.
And to get the golden ending, you have to get all of the CGs through save scumming. Just gonna say that now.
Well, if that's the case...
Yeah, pretty much you're gonna have to be using a lot of saves. Sorry. Yeah, my friend advised me when I play this that I'm gonna be save stating a lot.
I found out about the golden ending while reading TV tropes because I kind of already accidentally spoiled myself on the golden ending. I was reading TV tropes after what I thought was the end of the game. Turns out I was not quite at the end of the game. Like I was asking one of my friends who played it before me, and he was basically like, "How?" And I asked him, "How long does this scene go for?" As long as you really want. As long as you want, really. Oh, okay. End game.
End of the game.
Because I was on that scene for a good, 15 minutes.
You're defenseless of all these girls.
That sounds interesting.
Man.
And in case certain viewers forgot, yes, there was a content warning at the beginning. Trust me, that is not a joke. It may seem like one, but it's not.
I'll join the literature club. Yay!
Speaking of content warning, by the way, you may want to also put one in text in post, just as an extra warning for viewers.
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea. note to self: if you don't remember already, go back and put one in.
Yeah.
Yes, I just came here for the cupcakes. Sorry. Yay, literature club.
For the cupcakes, stay for the fun times.
Yay. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. And we can also end this episode on a good note.
I figured that's what you were doing there.
Thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Smush this cupcake.
Bye.
Eat it. Eat it. Eat it!